Hello, I'm Angela Spears, and welcome to On a Mission, where we highlight organizations that are making an impact in the Jacksonville area. And with me today is Melani Albritton from Operation New Hope. How are
I'm
you?
great. Thank you so much for having me.
I so appreciate you being here. Foodies Care deals with food insecurity and homelessness. And Operation New Hope, you're working in the community to combat homelessness. Tell
Yes.
us about that.
So with Operation New Hope, we assist those who are criminal justice impacted, and majority of our clients are released from a Florida state prison. And so when they're released from prison, a lot of times they do not have anywhere to go. And so with our program and our wraparound services, we provide transitional housing for our clients. And so on the day that they enroll in our program, we're able to place them in housing through local partners that we have within the community.
Now, you don't work just in the Jacksonville area. You have several sites across the
Yes,
state.
so we have 5 total sites. So, of course, Jacksonville, which is where we're headquartered. We have Orlando, Florida, Space Coast, Florida, Tampa, Florida, and St. Petersburg.
And how many people, let's focus in this area, in Jacksonville area, how many people do you serve and who are some of the clients you serve?
So, we're looking to serve in total across all sites about 2,000 clients. However, for Jacksonville, probably between 6 to 700 per year. And then as you know, demand increases, we may grow next year. And so for our organization, we're looking for those who have been impacted by the criminal justice system. So if you've been arrested, if you're being released from any Florida state prison, or if you're under any Florida supervision, such as probation, parole, anything of that nature, we may be able to assist.
And how do they sign up? They sign up when they're incarcerated, right before they get out, or when do they come into Operation New Hope? How do you play a role?
So we have actually various recruitment streams. So we have our Ready for Release, which is where we have pre-release case managers goes into about 40 different prisons, and we're able to tell them about the work that we do. And so we're able to recruit in that aspect. So if they're currently incarcerated and looking to be released to any one of our site locations, then they're able to enroll in our program that way. We also have a lot of connections within the community, state attorney's office. Sometimes judges will require clients to come through our program, and of course, client referrals. Even with our office, which is located on Main Street between 8th and 9th, we have people just walk by and say, "Hey, what do you guys do here?" We're able to tell them, and they qualify for our program. So we have various recruitment streams.
This is something that's needed because you're about second chances,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yes.
Operation New Hope, it's about second chances because sometimes some people, if they're in that situation, they may feel like it's over.
Yeah.
I don't have anywhere else to go. I'm not going to find a home. I'm not going to find a job.
Exactly.
But Operation New Hope is there
Exactly.
to give them new hope.
Exactly. So when they enroll in our program, everyone goes through our intake. So we have an intake specialist who will be able to review the backgrounds, have them complete the application. Upon enrollment, all of our clients are required to go through our 3-week career development training, which is where they're going to receive job readiness and life skills. They're going to have some mock interviewing, prep. They're going to get their resume developed, all that great stuff to get them ready for work. And then they're going to be assigned a case manager who is going to develop a plan of care with them. And so we're going to figure out what are those short and long-term goals that you have? What do you need in order to be self-sufficient? So that's where our case managers come in. They're going to be assigned a licensed mental health therapist that is on site. And that's where they're able to receive that care that they need to talk through any barriers that may be that hurdle that's keeping them within that cycle of incarceration. So our licensed mental health therapists are there to kind of help them navigate those barriers in order to be successful. And then they're also assigned a job coach, which is where we're going to figure out what skills do they have, what skills do they want to obtain. And so if that means we need to partner them with some vocational training, we'll do just that. And then once our job coaches figure out what skills they have, what certifications they're looking for, how we can get them into certain certifications, we're then able to get them employed. And so we're partnering with over 500 local employers in the community that know about our program, know the population that we work with, and they're willing to hire them.
And they're willing to give them that second chance.
Exactly.
And then you have organizations too that you work with to ensure that you have the funding needed to provide housing, to ensure they have that assistance.
Exactly. So when they need housing, we have transitional housing partners. And so notably, we've actually been able to place 100% of everyone who needed housing on day one of enrollment.
Oh, wow.
No one has ever had to wait for housing. If they need clothing, if they need food, all of those resources can be provided on day one, as well as transportation.
That's what I was going to ask you. What is the success rate for Operation New Hope? Because you guys have been around for how many years now?
26
Has
years.
it been that long?
Yes, 26 years.
Kevin Gates started, didn't he?
Yes.
Back in the day, 26 years ago. I do remember that. And so what's been the success rate over time?
So over time, we're praised about we're able to have a recidivism rate of less than 8% when the state is at 26%. So going through our program, they're not reentering back into that cycle. We also, with our career development training, 90% of our clients who enroll have graduated from our training. And then we've been able to place 80% of those clients who graduated from the training into employment. So we're able to not only change their lives, but we're also being able to assist them with changing their families' lives, being able to contribute back into the community. So everyone is impacted in a positive way.
How does it feel for you all to be impacted, to know that you're going to be recognized during our Legacy of Leaders benefit?
We are honored. We are so honored because it just allows everyone else to see the work that we're doing. Everyone knows someone, at least one person who has been impacted. And so things like this just lets us know that we're doing great work and that we are needed. And though if you know anyone, that's what we're here for.
Contact you guys. We can't wait to do that. You're going to get cash, you can get in-kind services. So it's going to be a spectacular event. And we look forward to having you there.
Thank you.
Definitely so. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching this edition of On a Mission. Keep doing dynamic work and keep making an impact in our community.